Awesome.
Aubrey, where you at?
Get up here!
I almost took you.
Bro, that was so good.
Awesome.
You're gonna want to record this.
He's amazing.
Oh, Max Boardman.
Come in close. This isn't a hardcore song.
It's just hardcore words for sure. Mic check. Cool. So, Claire invited me for a little bit. Can we give it to Claire real quick too, y'all? Yeah, she was like one of my poetry students like years ago, and she told me about this thing, and so I asked if I could come through and spit some poems and all that. So I got something I can do. So we're gonna spit a poem real quick, and then I'm gonna get out y'all's hairs real quick. So y'all can snap, clap, whatever you want to do, make noise during it. Yeah.
We got everybody?
Get up here!
Hey, yo, be quiet back there.
Sorry.
Silent.
Gotta enforce it.
I appreciate that. I know y'all saw how Street got hit by gentrification. That was the meanest fight I'd ever seen. I mean, did y'all see how the man moved? Swinging so fast and slow at the same time. I mean, the man hit Street so hard that Street crumbled. Like hammers and drills of concrete, causing cracks to ripple through roads, ribcage as he bled out. Down the boulevard from Pothole, who puffed pipe packed with piston dust, had him paranoid of police. Right on bench, next to park where Rose catch the morning shuttle. Rise from quarters to prostitute her pedals as she walked past liquor store, who spilled his beer and stuck through pockets from profit to pay as he break his neck for someone for nectar. This man was so distracted, he ain't noticed new neighbors jumping street, right in front of the sidewalk where daughters double dutch. I mean, Whole Foods came and took off half street's block. Swung a punch before pawn shop had time to put on pants. Before apartments had time to pack their belongings. Before Martin Luther King Drive had time to pump his brakes. Before the man aimed to pull trigger on both playground and basketball court. Cleaning up street for Target to move in. As he shoot his shot with Starbucks, covering casualties with condos, microbreweries, bookstores who move green and eco-friendly sacks at dispensaries. Forcing street pharmacies to liquidate their apartments, selling their medicinals for 75% off original price, while property tax swung a mean uppercut to lift the third shit off his feet. What the county bill said, y'all won't believe what the county bill said. He said, hey, at least it discourages violence in the street. I mean, you can only beat streets so far as willing to dance, right? And these New York streets, they're gonna get tired of competing at some point. The Chicago streets gonna be so displaced with depression that they're smoking more than one joint, and these LA streets gonna get dug into like needles to skin of kin who drown in sea without paddles or skid row. But you won't hear that story. No, you won't hear that story, because economics gonna be out on late night news talking that bull, talking about how gentrification's dedication about ties to community, handing out Citizen of the Year plaques of public service and infrastructure for their unity, though economics gonna sweep inequality under the rug to be carried off his casket by cost of living. Leave another individual where gas stations come together to pour out their 40 ounces over streets as churches lift their prayers and sermons while wearing RIP affordable housing t-shirts donated by the black business knew he was finna catch the next eviction notice like stroke, dying in arms of JJ's Chicken and Fish under eyewitness to the body shop and duplex, destination declined by DoorDash, filled with community members, Jews turned Gentiles, grandmas, grandpas, ghettos who grind to bone to be ground to bone by white Southern conservative newcomers who plant flag and ground when Rip Party was moved her feet before forgetting who she was after moving on up to the east side. Oh, you guys know it, like the Jeffersons, like the Jeffersons, doing her people dirty for families who don't approve of the head nods and knuckle bumps of witchery greets. So you must believe this ain't the last time we see gentrification beat on streets. And y'all better not miss the next fight poem. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do one more. I appreciate that. All right, this one is to the woman in Des Moines who walked out during my set because she said she doesn't mess with hip hop. Ma'am, don't act like rap ain't raised you.
Right?
Like you wasn't influenced by these streets. Up at 6 in the morning, remotely controlled by hard hip hop beats which your parents deemed degenerate. rehearse rhymes riddled with rhetoric that make Reagan roll round casket. I mean, the boys in the hood made boys who were good trading suspenders for street fashion. I'm talking FUBU, forces, face flags and fitted caps, dress part and practice with pen and pad, perfecting poetry through spit raps. Real talk, we learned more from lunchtime table ciphers than we did from 5th period English, and considered Nas more distinguished and Poe's prose put us to sleep. Yeah, I mean, Shakespeare was sharp, but Scarface, he pierced deep. Don't act like rap ain't raised you. Like you wasn't tempted to, like you wasn't talked into sipping gin and juice because Snoop Dogg made it sound smooth. The homie Dre's chronics they caught in head, anchoring down eyes induced by highs, music drugged, and tugged you out of sneakers and the shoes of hustlers you've never met. Tongue speaking a foreign language, saying slang you never said, walking with a swagger seen as silly to people not privy to Tupac and Biggie. Residents who never left country regions, where they consider rap noise that was written by demons, but your ears heard nothing but echoes of angels. Beings whose lungs sung the holies of hymns from Thug's mansion, black bodies whose souls and spirits poured out so much passion, don't act like rap ain't raised you. We can cuss here, right?
Yeah, duh. Thank you for asking.
Don't act like rap ain't raised you. Like you wasn't tempted to chant, in the words NWA, fuck the police. Though the town sheriff lived riding on street, same one that drove me back home last week after catching you throwing tags on City Hall. I mean, there were 2 of y'all, but you wanted to take the fall for Jaron, because you're conscious of curse he's bearing, knowing black boys get bruised and beat by boys in blue, and all your homies held darker hues. I mean, they went to different schools, abide by different rules. I mean, hip-hop gave you lens, though you had different views. As your broke down Buick Blair narratives of NWA, prolific poets plagued by crack epidemic, ghetto griots took pain and pen poetry on pad, laid down lines written in rage on wax, telling of tension between cops and blacks, lifting America's flag from over our faults, making sense of earthquakes that left homes broken, tremors that skeptics still scrutinize because their solid foundations never felt flimsy, but those who sat with vibrations for verses understood a world they weren't birthed in. A world where hearing gunshots ringing when walking home may bring no alarm. A world where single parents would break down, cook, crack, and put under pressure, but a few blocks down for the unit, so kids wouldn't copy what mom or dad did to keep roof up. Yeah, you may have grown out of touch with tales. You may even shake your head every time you hear 21 Savage, King Von Heck. You may even catch feelings when you see Kendrick Lamar on the Super Bowl stadium, but ma'am, don't act like rap ain't raised you. Paul. Yeah.
That was so awesome. I appreciate that.
Okay, we gonna play after him for real. That was Aubrey Barnes of Rock Island, Illinois. Check him out on Instagram.